Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your August bonus reading. Sorry, death card wanting to pop out there. So there could be some sort of transformation that you're going through at this time. But we're just going to jump right in here and see what actually comes up for real, not popping out. You have this bat card and this lion card here. So, I feel for some of you, the lion card is talking about focus for you and focusing on one thing that you want to create. It is a card of like bravery in this deck as well. The bat can represent like a rebirth or, some sort of rebirth that you're going through. It looks to me, I feel like all your readings have something like this, like Three of Swords, but it always feels to me like you're going through some sort of healing or you are healing from a past heartbreak or, a past situation. So, that's all I feel. You have the Three of Swords, Two of Pentacles in the World card. I do feel like you are wanting to be more playful as well. With the Two of Pentacles here, I feel like you are wanting to have more experience in life and have more fun. This is a card of juggling and spinning plates, but it can also represent needing to have more fun. It can say that you're working too hard or you're not focusing enough on, having fun or kind of stopping and smelling the roses, right? And I feel that's part of it. Like if you're working hard, great, but you also have to celebrate it as well with the Three of Cups. And either you're learning that or you are doing it or you are just doing it, either or. And, I feel this will be a good thing for you just in general. For some of you, I do feel like some of you could be moving, by the way. I definitely do not feel that is true for all of you. You have the World here, and, again, I just feel like some of you could be thinking about moving or making a move in your life. And if you are moving, I do feel it'll be a good thing. It kind of strikes me that some of you could be moving for work purposes. Like, I feel it's very specific. I feel like I'm repeating myself, so I've probably said this to you before as well with this energy, but it seems that's how it's popping into my head, is that you are like moving for work or you're moving for a job or you are moving for your business or whatever the case may be. And I feel if you're wondering if it's going to go well, yes, it's going to be a great move. I feel it'll be very good for you for many reasons. This looks to me like what I call an additional benefit reading. Sometimes I feel a reading is talking about additional benefits that you don't realize that you're going to get when you make a move. Like if you're moving, if you move, you could move, but what you don't realize is maybe you find a place that's like cheaper and better, and you find a job that pays you more money, and you make great friends, right? That's like a win-win-win-win-win type of situation going on here. So number one, I think some of you will find that if you are looking to move, I would be looking for that as well. Don't just move to any old place. Try to look for a place where there could be some sort of win-win-win-win-win type of situation going on here, because I feel like you will find it big time. And again, I think it'll make you very happy. You're going to feel very abundant because of it. Same thing with a job as well. I feel this is saying hey, maybe you're thinking about leaving your job, separating away from your job. And, if you look for it, you will find something that's more of a win for you. And again, you're going to have to look for it. It's not going to magically fall into your lap, but I do feel it exists. So, again, I would put in the work. The Three of Swords, of course, like I said, I do feel some sort of healing here. I feel this is a problem. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Going down to the Five of Wands here. Five of Wands is conflict and competition. And you could still be, I kind of feel, not for all of you, but for some of you, I feel that a past person could be triggering you. It's like you're over it. I feel like you're over it, kind of, but there could still be some, triggering moments, or you could still be feeling triggered by them, or things that they're doing, or, whatever the case may be. It's like one of those things where, maybe you see them on social media, and maybe you see them that they keep winning, for example, in life. And, I would, number one, say, why does that trigger you? Number one, because you should, why should you even care, right? What happens to them? Or how successful they are. But also, I think maybe part of you is man, I really wish they would just, trip into a hole and sprain their ankle for once, right? And, but that's not happening. So, again, I would ask yourself, why does it trigger you so much? I don't know. I can't answer that question for you. You have to answer that question for yourself if that's for you. With the Three of Swords, here you go. You have the Two of Cups. Yes, I do feel there could clearly be new love coming in for you. Two of Cups twice, Three of Cups. Empress says, doesn't matter what gender you are, you're very attractive at this time. Of course, Virgo, so get out there. I feel there could be love coming in for you. Two of Cups is a perfect match as well, so definitely could be love. With the Two of Pentacles, you have the Sun. Every single person, it's almost boring. I mean, like last week, the week of the 7th, I think that those readings that I did, and then all of these readings that I've done so far, I've done about 4 of them so far, and they've all had something about needing to have more fun. I don't know. I just think sometimes the universe is like, hey, you need to do more things that you enjoy, because when you do things you enjoy, you attract better energy. And so I do feel that the Two of Pentacles is really saying play. With the World card, you have the Hierophant here. Hierophant is like spiritual lessons as well. And so this could be a lesson. Like, again, if you're seeing a person be more successful than you, it might not even be a lover. It could just be a person, and you're wondering, like, why is this happening for this person, but it's not happening for me? And I just feel, maybe your time is coming. You even have this active as if card, and you have this life is speeding up card. And so I feel for a lot of you, things are actually speeding up. You are going to be getting the things that you desire, but I feel you need to not compare yourself to other people. Next, you have this ancestral money blocks card. It says there's false beliefs about money passed down from your ancestors. I feel like there could be any type of blockage that's being passed down here. We are in a time where we have to overcome blockages. All the energy in Taurus really encourages people to look where they're not free and, figure out how to overcome that situation. So again, it might be money blocks, but it could be love. Maybe you have love blocks. Look at your life. Where do you feel restricted? And then learn how to overcome those blockages. That's what I would do if I were you. You have to spend more time on spiritual growth here. So I do feel for a lot of you that it is time for you to spend more time on like the spiritual work. That could be why this question of like, why does it matter what someone else is doing? That could be why that's coming up in this reading for sure. You have the Four of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Two of Cups. This clearly could be love coming in, like a person that you will marry coming in for you here. You do have the Seven of Wands, which is kind of, I feel like the Seven of Wands could be saying protect this connection at all costs. So if over the next, between now and the end of the year really is what I'm feeling. If you meet a new person, I would make sure to protect the connection. I feel it could be a very good connection coming in for you. The Four of Wands is also a card of completion, or kind of a card of completing something. I always say it's a finish line card. This kind of looks like a finish line up here. And so the Four of Wands can come up when we're wrapping up projects, or ending a project, starting the next one in work or business or whatever. And we even see that here going to the Empress. So to me, I feel a lot of you could be going to the next level as far as work or career is concerned, and I feel it is going to be very abundant. Look at this. I mean, Eight of Pentacles, Empress, showing up in the good stuff, so it's even better. You have that life is speeding up card. I really feel a lot of you, your career could be improving big time. You have the Seven of Wands here. Again, if you're meeting a new person at any time in the future here, like between now and the end of the year, like I said, I would make sure to protect this connection. I don't know why I feel like saying that. I don't even know why it matters. But sometimes we don't need to know why, right? Sometimes the cards just say something and it just is. So, I would protect this person from any third parties. Like if you have an ex that you're not done with or whatever, then maybe this reading is saying wait until you're done with this ex, until they're out of your life before you get with this new person. I don't know. That could be for some of you. For some of you, it's them. Maybe they have an ex that's like getting involved or something. So again, I would have your boundaries in place. I would put those boundaries up. If you meet a person who's still talking to an ex or whatever, maybe you need to be like, look, I'll talk to you after this BS gets done and over with. Then come talk to me, right? So I feel you need to be very much kind of like having, it's not even about being a jerk, right? It's just about respecting yourself and putting boundaries up, but also doing that for another person if you have to as well. But it looks like there could be a perfect match coming in for you. Two of Cups is usually someone who's very different than your usual type. They're meant to look different. These two people come from two totally different worlds. So, it could be someone who's a little bit different in some way. Who knows? They could come from a different place. Obviously, if you're moving, that would make a lot of sense because you could be moving somewhere, meeting a person, and, that's how you find them. Earth stands out to me. Taurus stands out to me. Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, and Leo. Capricorn stands out to me as far as love is concerned. So it could be one of those signs. Could be any sign. This is a general reading, but regardless, I feel it is a perfect match if you are looking for love. But let's see. I also feel this is something about completing a project, but I'm not getting much more. Let's see. Here you go. With the Four of Wands, new opportunity, Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes we complete a project, we're worried. Well, I was getting something about worry here, but it's like we can be worried. Like, is the next client going to show up? Is the next thing going to come into my life? And I feel like there's nothing to worry about. There could be a very big opportunity coming in for you, something that's going to be very profitable with the Eight of Pentacles. I even think some of you, like, you aren't necessarily looking for something to work on, but something shows up. It's like maybe you have your own business, and I kind of get this vibe of maybe someone wanting to hire you to consult for them, and I feel like they will make it worth it, by the way, is what this reading is saying to me. So you might not even have any intentions of changing your job or your business, but you might get like a side gig or something like that. I don't know, I have like something popping out of nowhere here. So if you get an opportunity like that, I would take it. I feel it'll be very profitable. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Queen of Pentacles, really good for your resources, really good for your money. Capricorn again, so if you're interested in love, could be a Capricorn. Again, Three of Cups, I'm not so sure how I feel about 2 3s like this, because to me, that looks like a third-party thing going on here. I just get that feeling. I don't even read the Three of Cups as a third party. I think it's ridiculous that readers do read the Three of Cups as a third party, because it doesn't represent that. Again, I think we should be responsible as readers, and, I'm not criticizing any other reader. They can do whatever they want, right? And they should be able to do what they want. But, again, if you had the, like, Three of Cups with the Seven of Swords, the Devil, and something else, I'd be like, okay, this is a third party. But I don't know. I get like a third party here. I'm wondering also, not to go on this rant, but I'm wondering if this is a person, like the third party could be work, it could be their career, and again, this could be you. You have to be honest with yourself here. Maybe your career takes up too much time and takes time away from you being able to have love. And I'm not saying you have to quit your job to have love, but maybe you need to make more time or take days off or whatever you got to do. But again, there could be like that type of thing going on. With the Two of Cups, you have this Death card. Could be a Scorpio coming in for you as well. Take it how it resonates. But I do feel there is definitely a big change in the way that you work. I say this to you every single reading. I know for a fact. So in whatever this change is, Eight of Pentacles, we go to the Empress here as well. I'm telling you right now, I feel like you are in for a very abundant time. I feel whatever changes you are making, there's going to be a lot more abundance. But I feel there's more staying power here as well. If you're used to like working on things and they don't last for a long time, or they don't support you for a long time, there's much more. I just get this sense of much more staying power. I guess that's the best way I could put it. And I feel it's going to last a lot longer, whatever it is you're working on. Next, in the area of the unexpected, you have this helmet that says, take charge, responsibility, and leadership. You have this pelican that says, now's your chance, act quickly. Yes, now is your chance, Virgo. Now is your chance. And you have this act as if card. You have this life speeding up card. Now is your chance to make something happen, especially in work or career, but it could be in any other area of your life. So, I would take advantage of the opportunities that come your way, especially with the Ace of Pentacles. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles can just be, it's the hand of God reaching out with the pentacle, and it could just be someone coming in saying, I want to hire you to do this, or, some random opportunity. I would be open to those opportunities. You have the Three of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Wands. Three of Cups is a celebration, so I do feel there could be a big celebration coming in for you. I'm also getting the word harvest as well. They could be celebrating a harvest. They have these pumpkins kind of growing around them here on the card, if you can see that. And I feel if you've been putting work into something, you're seeing a better result. I even think that we are in a time of leverage, really. So I feel, without knowing what you do, I can't tell you what to do. But, I would be, if you have a job, career, business, I would be looking for leverage. Like, is there a better way you can do the things that you're doing? And again, you're going to have to do your research. But if you find a better way, you will be very successful. So I'd be looking for that. You have the Three of Pentacles. With these 2 3s as well, if you are working together, or, if you're not, I would be, working together with other people, working on a team. Anything you can do to team up with other people would be a good idea with this energy. I also feel there's something extra here. You have this fire triangle right here and a water triangle right here. The water triangle on the Three of Pentacles kind of represents like the icing on the cake. It represents just like a little bit extra, going, above and beyond, or over delivering. But really, I feel like something is over delivering to you. So if you're getting an opportunity and we go this way, we go to the Empress, it's going to make you feel very abundant. You have the Five of Wands. This would be conflict and competition, but really, I feel like you need to ignore the competition and just do the work, right? And just do whatever it is that you can to make things successful. It's like the example I use. Like, people always come to me and they're always like, "Oh, this person is, copying your titles and all this other stuff." I just don't care, right? It's like I focus on doing the work. I don't worry about who's copying what or whatever. And by the way, some of these people, I've given them permission to copy my titles anyway. They've asked me, so it's like number one, I might not even care. And that's what people don't understand. But what I would say here is that, again, I don't even worry. I just do the work. And I feel like that's what you need to do. It's like, don't worry about who's copying what. Don't worry about like if your uncle says your idea is stupid or whatever it is, right? I feel the Five of Wands is saying, yeah, there's always going to be, people squawking from the rafters, right? And this is like saying, just do the work of whatever it is that you're doing and ignore other people. So let's see, where's this going? With the Three of Cups, you have the Knight of Wands here. Like player-like energy. See, I knew I was getting something here about like third-party energy or something like that. And so I would be careful. If a person, obviously, if it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's a duck, right? So I feel for those of you who are dealing, if you have a new person come in, if they seem like a player, they're probably a player. Or if they have a third party, they probably put people into third parties. With the Three of Pentacles, you have the Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands says follow your bliss, follow your passions, right? Move towards something new as well, because normally there's a castle that's crumbling on the Ace of Wands, and it says out with the old, in with the new. Some of you could be getting rid of a third party. Maybe maybe you're with a person who's married or something along those lines. Maybe it's not a big deal, but maybe you want a commitment and they don't. So, I kind of see this as you making that type of decision here and really making it happen. So I don't know, it's going to be different for all of you. I do feel like this is a tangled web, whatever's going on here. And, I would just, like I said, don't be paranoid about this stuff, but don't, again, also don't enter into situations that you don't want. I've heard, just to give you an example, I've done readings over the years where people would enter into a situation with a person who's married and they're like, I'm married, and their wife or husband or whatever doesn't care that they're cheating, basically, and which is fine, right? Who cares? I'm not here to judge. But they want more, meaning the person that asked me for reading, they always say, is this person going to leave their wife or whatever? I'm like, probably not. Right? It's like they're doing this right now and it's okay. So they're probably not going to leave. And again, I kind of get that here for some of you, where it's like if you might want more, but maybe they don't. And maybe they've told you that. Again, it's funny because I've always asked these people sometimes, like I've asked them, like, have they said things like they don't want more or whatever? And they'll be like, no. But the more I talk to them, basically they said, no, they don't want more. They just want to keep it at the level it's at. So you have to really listen. And I do feel that for some of you here, where it's like if you're in a situation like that, you really need to listen. With the Five of Wands, you have the Five of Cups. Yeah, regrets. You don't want to have regrets if you get into a situation like this. The Five of Cups is a card of gratitude and focusing on gratitude. So I would be focusing on, things to be grateful for at this time. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this chameleon spirit. It says act as if. You have this antelope spirit. It says life is speeding up. Yes, I feel like you need to act as if you already have the things that you want. Here's the thing, not to go on this rant, but, if you're with a person who's married, and even if their wife is okay with it, their husband's okay with it, whatever, the problem with it is like you're not acting as if you want a commitment, because, again, they're like in between two worlds, a person like that, right? And again, no judgments here. Someone always comes at me, and they're like, how dare you tell me I can't have 14 husbands? I'm like, you can do whatever you want, right? I fully support that. I'm basically a libertarian, although I'm not political, right? I feel like as long as you're not hurting anyone, do the golden rule, right? That's what I think everyone should follow. That would be great. But so I think people should do whatever the hell they want. But what I would say is, again, if that's not what you want, it's like that's the energy you are living in if you enter into a situation like that. So I do feel this reading is saying, be careful of the situations that you're entering into, because you really need to match energy with that act as if card. I feel like the second you start acting as if you already have the things you want is the second things will speed up enormously in your life with that life is speeding up card. You have the Eight of Pentacles, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Empress card. Again, doesn't matter what shows up here. It's going to be good no matter what. Eight of Pentacles would be, financial improvements. I do see a lot of financial improvements coming in for you, a lot of abundance as well. So, I really like to see the Eight of Pentacles. With the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups, again, this is showing up in the good stuff, but what I would say is this is the choice between like head over heart, right? This right here. So the Queen of Cups encourages you to move towards your heart. And we are in a heart-based time. So I pretty much say this to everyone, but I do feel like it's true that we all need to, move towards things that our heart is telling us to do, not necessarily our mind. And what I mean by that is it's like if maybe your brain is telling you, oh, you have to go get this career and become this career person and all this other stuff, but your heart is telling you to, start a business or become a dog groomer or something else that you actually want to do. And so I feel we are in a time where it is like critically important where we do what we want to do, not necessarily what society tells us to do, right? And it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. People are like, you can't make a lot of money as a dog groomer. I'm like, well, some do, right? And you could be that person, but you're going to have to get started. You have this Empress here. Empress is a card of abundance. So I do feel there is a lot of abundance coming in for you, but it's going to come through creativity and creative opportunities. I always tell people, again, we are in a time where you can't just be a dog groomer. Yes, maybe that's what your heart is telling you to do. So it's like, how can you make it more successful? Start a YouTube channel about being a dog groomer, and then you're automatically more successful. You'll make more money. Again, I think people don't realize there's more than one way to monetize your skill, especially right now, and not enough people see the opportunity that exists. It's like they let you put videos on YouTube for free. For all the complaining I do about YouTube, and trust me, it has its problems, they still allow you to put videos up for free. It's like, we can do this for free. We can get our word out there for free. So I would be doing that. Again, I would be looking for, if you want to start a business, or even if it's not a business, even if it's just your career, there are things you can do to get the word out there, and I feel like this is talking about that. With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the Knight of Pentacles. Progress. I don't normally like the Knight of Pentacles, but again, in the good stuff would be really good. I don't like him because he's normally not making any movements, but in the area of the good stuff, this would tell me that you are kind of like making moves towards your goals or towards financial success. With the Two of Swords and the Queen of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles here. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to sacrifice your life for some career and drive 2 hours to work both ways every single day and all that other stuff? Probably not. I think these are like the awakening that is happening at this time. I think people are understanding that they want to invite more passion into what they're doing. With the Empress, you have the Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's a card of perseverance and not giving up, but I think in the good stuff, it's more of a card that says you need to experiment your way to success. I always say it's my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. So, I feel you might have to try a lot of different things to, get your business to work or whatever, but I think the more you try, the more you're going to discover that works. So let's see. We're going to pull 5 themes now and see what else wants to come up. I'm using the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. You have this eccentricity card. Yeah, Two of Cups. I mean, if you're attracting love, you're probably going to attract a weirdo, so wouldn't really surprise me. Everybody gets the Two of Cups nowadays. I think it's just a sign of the times. I think we're all probably attracting different types of people, more or less. I don't know. Next, you have this adaptability card. Every single person has had this card or something similar. There's a bunch of cards that basically mean the same thing in here. And we are in a time of adaptability. If one way to do something doesn't work, try something else. You have this risk card. Yeah, I mean, we're all being asked to take risks, but the problem is, we also we're probably like overestimating not only the risk we have to take, we could be making the risks we have to take much bigger in our head than they actually are, but we're also probably like overestimating the consequences of the risk. I always tell a story. I had a buddy, years ago who worked for a car dealership, and he was running I don't remember, he was like shipping their products basically online, and he was making like millions of dollars for them like a year. And I was asking him, like, why don't you do this for yourself? You could be a millionaire. And his mom was there, and she was like talking about health insurance. She's like, oh, but if he quit, he wouldn't have health insurance. I'm like, I saw a person get hit by a car when I was younger, and it was on a road where the person was not driving fast. When they hit this person, the person died. I'm like, you could literally just be doing something as simple as crossing the road. It's like, do you think that person cares about health insurance? No, they're dead, right? Health insurance was not there to save them. And so it's like, if you don't take risks, nothing is ever going to happen, right? So it's like, yeah, you could worry about health insurance, but if he did that on his own, he was already doing it for himself. That's what he never realized, right? Is that he was already doing it for himself, basically. Yes, he was doing it for the car company, but he was the only one doing it. So, it's like he could have easily done that, and then he could have had all the health insurance he wanted. He could have had the Golden Deluxe plan with acupuncture and, whatever the hell else people do, right? You have this egotism card. So, I would be careful of people who have an ego, by the way, or who have overinflated egos at this time. That's what I'm getting there. You have 2 cards here. Actually, you have order and domination. Yeah, I would also be careful of people who are trying to dominate situations. Maybe you would need to avoid that type of personality. I feel like that's connected. I'm actually going to pull something else. You have this flattery card. This card's interesting because you see these 2 faces facing opposite directions and then 2 faces facing each other here. I kind of feel like you're getting into alignment with what you want in life. I don't think this is really talking about flattery. I think it's saying that you're moving in the right direction. It's like confirmation for your path. But this is a really good reading here, Virgo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your month.